So you were scared of your mom?
Yeah, a lot. A lot.
Would you say that you love or loved her?
I can't answer it.
Why?
I don't know. Do I or don't I? But at the end of the day, she's my mom. But I can't say I don't like her or I like her. It's just that I accept that she's my mom. So. But I won't say that I like her or I don't like her.
Siqala ngegama lakho mpintshi.
Gerald
Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Gerald Van Dijk ubuya uzalwa bani?
Ubuya Eldorado Park. Ngizalwa uFrancina.
Uzalwa Francina. So likhaladi?
Yeah, ngikhaladi mara ngikhule ngayisikhathi nesibhayi. Ikho ngikhuluma isiZulu.
Oyedle ngise-Eldozi?
Mara mina ngifike kudala kakhulu.
Ufike kudala bekunini kudala mpintshi?
1990.
Ufika here eJoburg?
Yeah. Maybe 3 months or 4 months before Mandela bamkhiphe Robben Island. Bengla.
How old were you then?
Around 11.
Around 11. How old are you now?
Now I'm 41.
Nah, bruh. You look 30 or 28 or 27.
I'm 41. Yeah.
So why did you leave home and come here?
To be honest, I don't have problems with my family. It's just by that time my mom used to drink a lot, you see. Yeah. And when she was drunk, she would beat me now and then. Most of the times when she was drunk. So that's the thing that made me leave home. That's the thing that made me actually start leaving home. When she was drunk, she would beat me. So that made me run away.
Beat you for what?
For no reason. She was under the influence of alcohol.
Okay.
Back then I couldn't understand it, but now I understand that it was alcohol that driven her to do what she did.
And where was your dad when all that happened?
My dad was in Lesotho because he's Sotho.
Oh, so you are Sotho?
Yeah, but I grew up with my mom, so I grew up speaking Afrikaans. So
when you left home in 1991, you just went out and came here to Joburg? No. Okay, what
they sent me to a boarding school in Westbury. It was called St. Nicholas Boys. So one day, when they brought us to town, by that time town was still nice. It wasn't as now. It was nice. So when they brought us to town, took us to Carlton Center. And
so it was a school trip?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was at night. So by that time, town was beautiful because the lights and everything.
Yeah, the city of lights.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was nice that time. So there's a thing, actually, another thing that made me come to town.
Because of those lights?
Yeah. The beautifulness of town.
Okay.
Not like now. Now.
So what happened? School trip that day?
Came to town. I saw Carlton Center. And that's the thing that confused me. The following day, that's when we went back to school. The following day we went to school, came to school, after school. Because we were allowed to go outside.
Okay.
That's the time when I came to town.
So the boarding school was in Westbury?
Yeah.
The trip was at night?
Yes.
And then you went back home?
Yeah, back to school.
Back to school, to the boarding school.
Yeah,
and
to the
then
boarding school. Then the following morning, when we went to school,
yeah.
when I came back from school, I dropped my stuff off. Then I just said I want to go and play. Then when I went out of the yard, that's when because I crammed it away. Then we came back that night.
So you knew you were going to Joburg?
Yeah. Because that night, isn't it, I saw the way?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So when the following morning, when I woke up at school, after school, just think, and then I came to town. Then I used to stay in town. So eventually at school, they reported to say that I'm not at school. Maybe they thought I was at home. So my family also said, no, I'm not at home.
Okay.
Then one of the teachers came to town one day. And they found me at a game shop.
Busy playing games?
Yeah.
Where did you sleep? Like your first night? How was your first night? In Joburg, alone? What did you eat? Where did you sleep?
Sleep. By that time, there was a cinema here in... You see where Universal Church is?
By Park Station?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just opposite.
Yeah.
There was a cinema. It was called 303.
Okay.
It was 24 hours. So that first day, because obviously, I didn't know people. Eventually ended up meeting guys. And they told me that I should hustle. Then we can go
Mama?
to the cinema.
Njani ma? Eish ma, mhlambe sina 10 rand. Go away, bro. I'm sorry about that.
Sure.
I forgot who I just got distracted.
Gerald.
We were talking about?
How was my first night here?
Yeah, your first night, yes.
It wasn't rough. The time was still fine. Wasn't like now. Yeah, made friends, and they asked me to hustle so we can go to a cinema. That's a cinema we went to, and I slept.
Weren't you scared?
I was a lot, because that night when I slept here, the following day, some big guys came and they took my shoes. So I had to walk around with feet. And,
so after they took your shoes, didn't you think like it's best that you go back home? Because this place is rough.
No, because after that, like after maybe an hour, a white lady came because I was sitting somewhere and I felt tired.
Okay.
Felt asleep. Then a lady came and she woke me up. She asked me, was I hungry? I said yes. Then she bought food. And she asked me what size I wear. I told her my shoe size. Then she ended up buying for me clothes and shoes. And she gave me grocery. And she wanted to take me back home. But I told her the truth. I told her I didn't run away from home. I ran away from a boarding school.
Okay.
And she asked me, now what should we do with the groceries? I tell her, we can take it home.
Take it home in Eldos?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she mustn't leave me there because my mom will fight with me. Then she said, okay, it's fine. Then when we got there, she dropped off the groceries. Then she explained to my mom that she'll bring me back. That's when she took me to the social workers again. Then they took me back to school.
They took you back to school? Or she took you to social workers and then the social workers took you to school?
Yeah, they took me back to Santa Claus.
But still, you made a plan.
Still, I made a plan. No, obvious, because they didn't lock you up there. They didn't want you to feel like you are locked up. So, after school, you can go out of the yard. Then come back for lunch. Then after lunch, maybe, again, you can go. then after that you can't go out anymore because there's dogs in the yard.
Yeah, okay.
And you should stay in the dormitories. But to get out you can. But it would be a risk because there was big dogs there. The only way you could leave there was in the morning. Or when you come out from school, then you can leave. Further on the net, you can't.
You couldn't. Okay. Now, you are here in Joburg alone. You are 11.
Yeah.
You are 11. And how did you survive when you came back for good?
I met with the same friends. Then they showed me places where we could hustle. Like by that time, you could do shoe shine.
Okay.
Yeah. Wasn't like now when you have to beg someone, you can just wait at a shop, at a door. And when someone comes in, maybe your shoes has got dust, then you just take the dust off and you get money. That time, town was nice. It wasn't as bad as now.
How bad is it now?
Now it's worse. Very, very bad. And now it's too bad.
How do you survive now? What do you do?
I pack
to get
cars.
money and eat.
Pack cars. They help these guys over here with the tents. Yeah. Push the trolleys. Yeah.
Do you not regret leaving home and coming here?
I do.
Do you really, really regret, or you just...
I really, really do regret, but since I've grown up, as time went on while I was still here in town, end up finding a girlfriend.
Okay.
Find a girlfriend, made her pregnant.
Where was she from?
From Sibukeng in Lakeside.
Like, where did you meet and how did you meet? Because she's from Sibukeng. Was she here to buy some things for herself or what?
No, she also walked away from home, but her friends brought her to town.
Okay.
So when I asked her out, her friends by that time told her, nah, she mustn't date with me because I'm colored. And as coloreds we have problems.
Okay.
And eventually when I met her again, that's when she said, we can have a relationship.
How old were you then?
Then I was about 19.
19.
Yeah.
Then you made her pregnant?
Yeah.
Where did you guys stay?
We slept here in the streets. But where we stayed was safe. Because there were securities all night patrolling there.
Okay.
So it was safe.
And where is she now? And where's the kid?
That's a difficult question. I don't know how I'm gonna put it. We separated, ne?
Okay.
But the thing that made us separate. See, by that time I was with her, ne? I didn't work.
Okay.
And we had a kid.
Okay.
To survive, sometimes I had to go around stealing.
Yes.
But robbing, no.
Okay.
Like steal. Maybe go into a shop, steal perfumes,
And then sell
clothes, and go and sell it. To let the kid survive.
Sure.
So one night when we went out, it was the child's birthday. So we got drunk, and when we went out, I wanted to go and buy something with one of my friends.
Okay.
So this guy that I was with, security saw him breaking into SARS. And never told me because I only asked him to come and take me because I was drunk. I said he should take me halfway to Spa. I'll give him something when we come back. As we came back, they thought maybe I was with him at time. So they arrested us both. So that's how I separated with a lot of the children. Before I don't know, I had a dream that I was going to get arrested. So I told her about it the same night when I woke up, because it wasn't normal for me to dream something like that. So it made me wake up at night. When I woke up, she also woke up and she asked me what's wrong. Told her. And I said to her, if it is that I get arrested, because she's not working, and obviously by that time she's going to need support, or she can go home. But if she doesn't want to go home, she must, if she wants to have a relationship, she can have it, but not with someone that I know.
Okay.
And when I got arrested, like 2 days after I had a dream, I got arrested. Then, while I was in prison, one of my friends got also arrested. Then he told me, your girlfriend has a relationship with your neighbor. So that's when
neighbor from Eldos or?
No, from here.
Okay.
So that's when I gave up on her. When I came out.
How long were you in jail?
For 11 months.
Okay.
So they found us not guilty. Because
did you have a lawyer or what?
Yeah, we had a lawyer.
Okay.
Because we had to tell him the truth.
Who paid for the lawyer?
It was a state lawyer.
Okay. Makes sense.
So we had to tell him the truth, and eventually, because we took the truth, it took us longer to come out, because they thought maybe they have to investigate the case properly. Maybe we're just lying, we want to get out. So it took us longer to come out by that time. Yeah. Came out. So when the guy that she was with, I wasn't scared of him, but the people that knew me here, they told me not to fight with him. Even if he fights with me, I shouldn't fight because I can hurt him.
Okay.
So, because it was bigger people than me, I listened. Even when he fought with me, he stared at me, I didn't fight back. Because I was scared if I fight back, I would have done something wrong. So, I let him do what he wanted to do.
When you came out of prison, where was the mother of your child?
She was with him.
Staying still here in the streets? Okay. Same street? Or somewhere else?
Same place.
Okay.
So, that's how I left her, because I told her that I don't want to be with her anymore. She left with her kids. So whenever I try to talk to her or meet her, she doesn't want to tell me. It's now about, it's long. You can say it's about 17 years that she's hiding the children away. I don't know if they're even still alive, or is she just lying that they're alive, or she sold him. I can't tell, because I can't fight with her.
You still see her even now?
No, I don't want to see her.
But is she still around?
Yeah, she's around in Julius.
Okay.
Because I told her, I don't want to see her anymore. That's why she's doing what she's doing.
And your mom, when was the last time you went home?
My mom passed on.
Excuse me.
Any chance I get, I go home. If I get like enough money, hustle enough, then I go and visit my family.
How much is enough?
About 400, 500. At least I know I can go and stay maybe for a week or so.
Who's at home now?
My sister.
So you've got a sister, a younger sister or older sister?
Older one. She's the eldest.
Where was she when, before you left home? Where was she?
She was working by that time.
Did she know what was happening?
She did. She's the one that actually took me
in
as a second mother.
Okay.
So she made me big. Because my mom was abusive by that time, I didn't have feelings for her. So whenever something would happen and they asked me where I lived, I would have told them about my sister. So anytime, like if people want to take me home, I wouldn't tell them about my mom, because I know what my mom would have done. So I would lie and tell him about my sister and say maybe my mom passed on while she was alive. Then my sister, when we come at home, she'll tell him, say his mom is alive, it's just maybe that I'm scared to go and stay with her. So that's how I grew
So you
up.
were scared of your mom?
Yeah, a lot. A lot.
Would you say that you love or loved her?
I can't answer it.
Why?
I don't know. Do I or don't I? But at the end of the day, she's my mom. But I can't say I don't like her or I like her. It's just that I accept that she's my mom. So. But I won't say that I like her or I don't like her, but she's my mom.
Any plans of going home for good and live this life?
Yeah. Let's see if I can get the kids back.
The kids or the kids?
The kids, I've got 2.
You've got 2 kids?
Yeah, with the same woman. First one is a girl and the second is a boy.
So before you went to jail, she was
3 months pregnant by
with the second child?
Yeah. Without her knowing. But I already knew by the time she was pregnant, because when I used to tell her she was pregnant, she would refuse. But I could see she was pregnant.
So where's the first child?
It's both of them. Both of them are with her. Both of them. She's hiding them. The second one, I haven't seen him.
You've never seen the second one?
I've never seen the son. But the girl, yeah. I've made
How sure are you that the second one is yours?
Because by the time the time I went to prison, she was already 3 months pregnant. And I was the only one she had a relationship with. There was no guys aside. Because by that time, a lot of guys were scared of me. So they wouldn't take a chance. Not actually of me.
So they were scared of you?
Not of me, actually. They were scared of the people I was with.
Oh. Was it a gang? Or
yeah, it was gangsters. Gangsters, at that time they liked me a lot. A lot of gangsters, they even fought to say I must stay with him. The others wanted to let me stay with him. The others wanted to let me stay
What
with
was
him.
it about you that made them fight for you?
My heart.
Your heart?
Yeah.
What do you mean your heart? What about your heart?
How can I say? They just liked me because I wasn't a type of person that allowed someone to push me around.
Okay.
I would stand up.
I'll get you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that made them end up liking me, because if they would come sometimes they wanna, then I would stand up. So that eventually made them start liking me, that I could stand up.
Is the gang still around?
Now they're in prison, doing lots of years.
How did you survive going to prison?
They were not, well, I didn't go around with him. It's just we stayed in the same place.
Okay.
But not to say I would go around with him whenever they were doing things like that stuff. I don't know. I heard about all the wrongs they did when they were arrested. That's when I heard a lot of things. But to say that the things they did, I've never seen them doing it.
So now you get your 2 kids. Let's say you get them. The mother of your child, comes back with the kids and say, "Here are your kids." What is your plan?
Take them and go and live with them at home. And start afresh.
What is that?
To know them better.
How are you going to provide for them?
My family, they'll have to talk to my family, to my father's family, because he left me something, so I didn't want it to take whatever he left and use it just for nothing.
What is something?
A lot of things, but I didn't want it to take it. I was supposed to take it. They wanted me to sign the paper, so I refused. Because I knew if I'm gonna take all that stuff, eventually I was gonna end up selling it or
What is this stuff? Is it the houses, taxis?
money.
Oh, it's money.
Yeah, so family sometimes maybe they only wanted me to take the money.
So they can use it themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another thing that made me don't want to
But now you are old enough now, I think.
Yeah, now
you can manage.
Yeah.
What if you never get your kids, bro, and the money is still there waiting for you, and you are busy begging here for 1 rand, 2 rands, 10 rands?
I pray.
You'll pray.
I always pray. That one day things, maybe someone can help me or I can change. Maybe something will happen. Because no one knows.
How? Help you with what?
Help me change my life.
What is it that you want to change about your life that you can change?
The situation I'm in now.
Okay, let's say I had means to help you. What is it that you would want me to do for you?
Help me get my kids back. And
I can't get your kids, unfortunately, because I don't know where to begin. Yeah. Let's say I had the means to help you. What is that one thing you would say, okay, if you can help me with this and this and this and this, this is how I want to move going forward?
Maybe from the streets, I'd want to leave here. I'd ask you to maybe help me leave here. In my family, they say there's a place they had for me, and it's still there. But they wanted me to do something. Maybe like, because, here in town I'm used to getting money.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted me to do like maybe have a business so that I can always get money, not come back to town. That's a thing I would do.
Why can't you go and run that business? Why don't you go?
Because they haven't given me a plan yet to what they want me to do. They said I must think of it. So I already decided. I made it my mind up. Maybe if I can start selling cigarettes, sweets, things that people usually buy. Something that people don't just buy sometimes, but always buy.
What did they say when you told them that plan of yours?
Since that, they haven't came back. Yeah, I'm still waiting.
When was the last time you went home?
It's about a year ago.
Do you smoke?
Yeah, weed and cigarettes. But not a lot of cigarettes, a lot of weed. But
why weed?
It makes me sleep. Because I was here in the streets. I don't like alcohol. Alcohol makes me fight, so I don't like alcohol.
Yeah, okay. So with weed, you are able to sleep?
Yeah, sometimes even without weed, I sleep. But I prefer weed. And cigarettes, but I don't like it.
And the hot stuff?
Weed. Yeah. Hot stuff I like. Brandy. Whiskey.
Hot stuff? By hot stuff, I mean cocaine?
No, none of it.
Mendrax, all that shit.
Yeah, sometimes I would use Mendrax, but it's not something that I like because I see what it does to the guys. So I go usually for weed, and the alcohol, but not beer. No, not beer.
Brandies,
whiskeys, hot stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I like.
I get you. So in 2 years' time, let's say in 2 years' time, where do you see yourself in 2 years' time? Do you see yourself still here in the streets or what?
Because by now I can't tell you, but because things are so tough and things are getting even harder again, so I won't be able to tell where do I see myself in that time.
What do you hope for? What do you hope for?
2 years. And I shouldn't be here. Like last week we were talking about it. I told him if I should get money, money that can make me start afresh, I would want to leave Joburg, not be around here in Joburg. Maybe start somewhere far from here. Because here there's too much things. Gotta start fresh somewhere, but not here in Joe. Even if it means far away from the family, it's fine. As long as I can start afresh.
Do you think you would survive somewhere else?
Yeah. Yes.
Won't you miss Joburg? Because you've been here for how many years? More than 20 years, more than 30.
Yeah. It's long. But I can manage because I've stayed sometimes long. Sometimes I've been home for more than 2 years, 3 years, not coming to town.
Oh,
Not
okay.
visiting at all.
Okay.
Just being at home.
No, bro.
Sure.
Thanks for your time.
Sure.
Hope and pray that things will change.
Yeah. Praise the first
But
priority.
one thing I know about things that change. Do you know Youngster CPT?
No.
Youngster CPT is a hip hop artist from Cape Town.
Yeah.
He's colored. You always say things take time.
Yeah.
I think that's his slogan. Things take time. So, but I believe that things take time. And I also believe that for things to change, you have to change.
Yeah.
So, I know how it is out there. It's tough. It's tough for people who are working. It's worse for you guys.
Yeah.
But for things to change, you have to change. It starts with you, bro. And it's all in your mind.
Yes.
It's been 40 years now. You can't live like this. I wish I had means to help all of you guys, the guys that I always talk to.
Sure.
The reason I talk to you guys is because most people, including myself, I used to judge you guys. I know there are people that still judge you guys today. Why you why you guys left home. You see, I used to judge and say those guys, they just don't listen to their parents and all that shit. But I didn't know until I sat down and spoke to you, and you explained me why you left home.
Yeah.
You see. So I wish you all the best, bro. I wish you all the best. I wish I was an angel from above to change your life.
Yes.
I hope and pray that someone will see this and will or can help you. I know where to find you.
Yeah.
I know where to find you.
I'm always here.
Boza,
Sure.
number one.
Sure. It's a pleasure.